good morning. Can you first tell us a little bit about your background? What do you do? Where you work?
Hi, I'm Dea. I'm Judea Baisas. I'm a online worker. I work currently for Legion Beats. So it's a music production company. Di siya sobrang bongga, pero ano siya, we do beats for rappers. So I've been working there for 3 years, and I also co-manage a team of quality assurance workers online.
Okay. So, can you tell us about the difference between freelance and online work? Anong difference po?
So that's actually a very interesting question when I read it, no? Kasi a lot of people have trouble differentiating between the two because it's really very similar, right? So maybe in a nutshell, I can say that freelance work is it's project-based. Okay? So it's not really regular work and it's not necessarily online. So hindi siya exclusive for online work. Like for example, photographers are freelancers because they offer a specific skill set and they don't have like this regular 9 to 5 job. They work based or they get paid based on projects. Right? So ganun din. It can be online, like for example, website developers or graphic artists. Those people work online, but they are project-based. So they are paid based on the projects that they finish or they accomplish. Compared naman sa online worker like me, so it's just like a regular job, but instead of working in an office, you work at the convenience of your home. So that's it.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you, Miss Dea. Can you tell us a little bit of a background on your like academic background and work prior your current work?
Yeah, okay. So I studied in UP Diliman. So my course is Bachelor of Arts in European Languages, and my major is in Spanish. My minor is in French. So I'm actually a multilingual, and that paved the way, or that gave me the opportunity to work in IBM. So that's my first job out of college, and I worked there for 7 years. So I was in email support for their finance and accounting team.
What made you decide to venture on online work after IBM? Or was there another office work after IBM?
That's actually my work before I went work from home. So that's my first job out of college, and then I was there for 7 years, and then I decided to work from home primarily because of my family. So back then, meron na kaming 2 kids. And then they were really growing up, and they were growing up fast. Ang bilis nila lumaki. And then I was realizing that hindi ko gusto yung character na nade-develop sa kanila. Kasi syempre, iba yung pagpapalaki ng parents sa yaya. Diba? And we had to hire a yaya kasi we were both working, my husband and I. And then I am realizing na hindi ko gusto yung character ng kids ko. So I have to decide which is more important for me. Is it my family, my kids, or my career dun sa company? So I had to, nandun ako sa crossroads, sa fork. And then we decided that my husband will be the primary, provider, and then I will stay at home. But not necessarily just stay at home and take care of the kids. I have to contribute as well. So dun ako nag-start mag-work from home. That was 2017, 4 years ago.
What are the perks, Miss Dea, of working from home?
Ang dami actually. So of course it depends on the the priority that you have. Like for example, for me, my priority was my family. So one of the perks that I really saw was the control that I have in terms of my time. So I'm able to provide for my family, at the same time I'm able to take care of my kids. So that's one of the perks na hindi mo talaga makikita sa office work. Of course, if you are looking for a job that you don't need to go abroad for, but you're earning dollars, so that's one of the perks as well, right? That I don't need to, to go out of the country, miss my family, go home twice at every 2 years, like that. But I'm still earning the salary that I would have, earned abroad. So that's one of the perks as well. And of course, yung traffic. Alam mo naman dito sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? We have one of the worst traffics, right? So yun, I had to deal with that every day sa Katipunan. I was blessed because I have a car while I was working. Pero hindi lahat ng Pilipino merong ganong luxury, right? So a lot of workers, they had to wake up very early, 4 a.m. to prepare, and then go out of their houses at 5 a.m. only to work for 9 a.m., 'di ba? So yung perk ko is like gigising lang ako 30 minutes, and then pwede ako maligo, pwede ako di maligo, o di-disclose ko na minsan di ako naliligo. But I had to look presentable, saglit lang, and then I can work. Diba? That's one of the perks as well. And of course, kasi kami, Miss Bev, active kami sa church, so I have this controlled time for my ministry so that I am able to, to be there for whenever the church needs me.
Wow, that's a lot of talaga. Parang nakaka-encourage to, go online, go work from home. But what are the challenges naman behind all those perks?
Yes, of course there are challenges, kasi online work is something that is relatively new sa Philippines, right? We are used to working in the office. And not until recently, nung nagka-pandemic, that it was really highlighted yung work from home. I was blessed na 2017 pa lang, nakapag-start na ako sa work from home, but not a lot of Filipinos are familiar with this. So, some of the challenges are, mahirap siyang mag-work-life balance. For me as a mom, of course, yung mga kids ko, wala silang ganong boundary na pag si mommy nasa work, hindi ako mommy. Wala silang ganon, hindi ko sila mapapakiusapan. So there are times na I am in a meeting, bigla silang susulpot sa gilid ko. It's good thing na yung mga boss ko, they are very understanding in terms of that. Pero not all bosses are like that. So some of them are strict. So yung work-life balance na you have to focus on your work, but you see a lot of dishes on the sink that you have to clean, and then your kids are there, they need you. Yun one of the things that's really hard for me as a parent. And some of the challenges as well is, of course, voluntary lahat ng benefits. Like for working in the office, andyan yung SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, all those things that will set you in the future. Pero pag online worker ka, you have to choose to do that for yourself, voluntary. As well as yung health card, hindi lahat ng job opportunities online will offer health card, will offer compensations, kasi nga hindi ka back ng Philippine government in terms of regulating all those things. So those are the challenges, and of course, sa young people natin, it's very important yung socialization, right? And yung work experience. So like for me, wala akong workmate. Kapag magki-Christmas party ako lang mag-isa dito, di ba? Yung walang ganon, yung I miss, one of the things I miss is, we will go out during lunch ng mga workmates ko, and then we will just socialize.
How do you handle, Miss Dea, those challenges? So yung work-life balance, benefits, and then yung socialization, especially if you're extrovert kind ng person. So
right. That's actually a great question. So like for my work-life balance, I always make sure that I ask my kids na when mommy's in a meeting, you have to be very quiet. Kailangan ko i-set yung boundaries sa kanila that when mommy's at work, I can't really take care of you that much. And then when I have time for them, I have to make sure that it is quality time. Hindi naman nila na-feel na andito nga si mommy pero lagi na lang siyang nasa work, right? So it's really about time management, managing your time well, because that's the best resources you have, hindi naman yung money, right? And then of course for the benefits, you can actually apply for that voluntarily, just like I said. So, yung PhilHealth, ako, meron pa rin akong PhilHealth, but I pay for that voluntarily, hindi na through the company. And of course, you have to really, if you don't have a health card, meron din namang available na health cards that you can look for, and then you can voluntarily pay for. And then, of course, yung socialization, one of the things I'm really blessed with is we have an active role in the church. So, doon ko siya nakukuha sa socialization ko sa church. As well as, of course, you can still have socializations with your friends, digitally, pwede siyang bawiin talaga.
Alright.
It's just a matter of priorities. Ano yung priority mo?
Yeah, thank you for that, Miss Dea. Any particular skill set that you think our PS Union graduates would need to have even before they try and venture on online work?
Yeah, that's very important. Kasi hindi siya, a lot of people think that it's very easy to get a job online, but actually it's not. You really need to have, you really need to be comfortable in speaking in English. Tayo kasi mga Pilipino, we have this mindset na, alam mo yun, shame English shamers tayo eh. Right? But you know what? A lot of Americans are really particular with with our grammar, unless you are in the email chat support. But not really eh. Mas strict pa nga tayong mga Filipinos in terms of English. But it's a huge advantage if you are comfortable in speaking their language, because a lot of times online workers will have foreigners for bosses, right? So it's good that you are comfortable in speaking. So ngayon pa lang, practice na sila, right? You can practice in front of the mirror, you can listen to music or watch movies, and then just develop your skills in English. And then another skill that I found that was very helpful for me is kailangan maging tech savvy tayo. Right? You have to be tech savvy. A lot of Filipinos, of course, I understand, hindi available sa atin yung technology, right? We don't have the technology that most first countries have, but we make do with what we have. So sa computer, like for example, right now sa online work, hindi na kami nagma-Microsoft Word. If I can mention those things. Hindi na kami nag-Excel. But we already migrated to Google Docs, Google Sheets. So lahat na sa online na. You have to be familiar with that. As well as, yung kailangan magaling mag-research. Ayan. So kung nagtithesis kayo ngayon, galingan nyo. Because that is a huge skill. Yun yung naging best friend ko talaga. Kasi when I started working from home, Miss Bev, wala talaga akong alam. To work from home. It's my first time. So a lot of times, my boss will ask me to do a lot of things that I don't know. So ang gagawin ko, Google ko siya. Google is my friend. Google ka. I have to be, yung kailangan masipag kang mag-research. Yung mapapakita mo sa kanila that I can do all this work kahit hindi mo talaga alam. You say yes and then research the heck about it. So that's a huge skill as well. In terms of specific platforms, kasi Miss Bev, I cannot really say anything specific kasi it's very particular for specific jobs diba?
So, role specific yung depende sa training. Okay. Alright, so last question, Miss Dea. Actually, meron pa akong pasingit na later, last question. Yeah. I noticed, you have guitars on your background. And you're also working in a music industry, right? So, is it your passion ba?
It actually is. I actually play the bass for our church and also the keyboard. And then my husband, ito yung mga guitars niya na nasira na, kaya dinisplay na lang namin. So he's actually a guitarist and a drummer. So music is really a huge part of our life. Kaya siguro doon din ako na magnet sa ganong industry.
Yeah. Arriving to my question, what if, students ngayon kasi they are like passion, purpose, looking for, those kinds ng jobs, do you advise them to look for a job online that they are passionate about, or something na dapat high pay or dapat would match their skill? How can they strike that balance?
That's a very, very good question, Ma'am Dev. I noticed that as well sa generation na to. Maybe kasama rin ako dun sa generation na yun, no? Hindi naman ako masyadong matanda. Pero we're really focused more on not the security of the job, but also you have to be happy with what you're doing. That can be an advantage for us, but that can also be a disadvantage, because I noticed that a lot of our generation, they can easily quit a job because they're not happy. So it's very important that you know your priority. Like for me, I had a high-paying job, Miss Bev, dun sa IBM. If I can disclose, kasi 7 years ago na yun, right? I am paid kasi because of my Spanish skills. So I was paid more than the regular job, a regular rate. So maybe 48, 50, 56. Ganun yung salary ko noon.
A fresh graduate at that time.
Fresh graduate, and that was my salary. So it's not every day that you find that job. Pero I was willing to give that up because I know my priority. My priority is my family. And you know what? If you know your priority, if you know what is important for you, yung money, hahabulin ka. That's what I've learned in my life.
Wow.
It's not, the money is not the most important thing. Ako, ang nakita kong important sa akin is my time with my family. My priority is yung my ministry with the church, my time with my family. Alam mo, nung hinabol ko yung priority na yon, nung inuna ko yon, the money followed. I can honestly say, what I'm earning right now is more nung nag-work ako sa IBM. So, this pandemic, it showed us the important stuff, right? There are a lot of people right now, they have money, but they can't get well kasi walang gamot. Diba? They have money, but they don't have time kasi may sakit na sila, may tanning na. So, the most important is you know your priority. You know what makes, what life is about for you. And then you pursue that. Not necessarily kung saan ka masaya. Kasi hindi parating masaya ang buhay. Sa totoo lang.
Yeah.
Family namin, hindi kami always masaya. But because I pursued that purpose, yung priority ko na yon, the success, the blessings, they follow.
Wow.
Yun yung mas mahal.
Thank you so much. And eto, last na question na talaga, Miss Thea. What would you tell our graduating students about online opportunities?
So, I want to encourage everyone. I don't believe that online work is not for everyone. It's for everyone. It's the next best thing, if I can say that. This pandemic only highlighted the importance of working digitally. Right? Kasi ito na yung trend sa first world countries Tayo, hindi pa tayo nandoon. Pero yung pandemic, it is pushing us towards that. So I'm encouraging you, if you're not for like online work sa office, you want to be an engineer, you want to be a doctor, it doesn't matter. Meron pa ring online or digital platform na kailangan mong matutunan for that course or for that career. Like for example, doctors right now, kaya na nilang mag-surgery online. Right? That is being done. That they are doing surgery in another place, but their patients are in another place. So this is the impact that online work is doing in our country, in our world. So the more that you are already, meron ka ng one step advantage towards that, the better. Kasi dito na papunta Okay, 'di ba? Lahat tayo nagsha-shopping na online.
Yeah. Guilty.
Right? Yeah. Lahat tayo nagko-communicate na online. Yung market it's going digital. So, the sooner that you have an advantage in this market, the better. para kung ano mang career na meron ka, like for example, ako meron akong churchmate na physical therapist, pero nagma-market siya online. Nagko-consultation siya online. Right? That is usually done personally. Pero meron na siyang platform online kasi nga nandun na papunta lahat. So I'm encouraging everyone, if you feel that this is not your strength, you feel that this is not the career for you, you have to discover this opportunity. Kasi dito na nga papunta lahat. And you can always learn everything. Yung boss ko, isa sa mga valuable na tinuro niya sa akin is just say yes and then research the heck out of it after. Just be confident with your skills. Just believe in yourself. Whatever you need, nandiyan na yan sa loob mo. And just research about it, discover about it. Kayang-kaya yan sa online work.
Yay! Wow. Thank you so much, Miss Dea. Thank you for sharing your, wonderful energy with us. You're so generous of your time and your skills and, your experience. Thank you, Miss Dea.